What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at what if Malcuit. He is the right back for Fiorentina who needs to get a clean sheet to potentially become an 88 rated right back in the Serie A. You have got the likes of road to the final Bruno Perez, who is now an 86, man of the match Cuadrado, who's also an 86, Freeze and Saudi, future star Delot. You've also got a rule breaker Cuadrado, and as well the same rated and informed Cuadrado. So he's got a lot of competition already. The biggest thing that he has is the fact that he is a French right back, so it opens a little bit more possibilities instead of, obviously, I think the biggest one you've got is Delot with the link to the flashback Ronaldo, because a whole load of people did that one. In terms of chemistry style, we're going to be looking at the anchor, so that's going to give him 96 pace, 89 defending and 86 physical, turn him into an 89 rated right back with the potential to go up to a 90 or 91. He is coming in at this moment in time in an 190k or 207 on the Xbox or PlayStation, and that is with the absolute massive price slaughter of the market. The market has been absolutely ripped. We've gone from probably about 80 something percent to 66 in a matter of 2-3 hours since the Player Days promo was released, with everybody getting the free packs and then the half price packs coming out as the promo. So this is probably the best time, if you're going to be buying them with coins, to be doing them. Other than that, if you're not really feeling him, personally, I've got a couple of icons who will take precedent over them. Lam, Zambrata, they unfortunately are in my club untradeable, that are just a lot better. Lam especially is just absolutely nuts. So this card definitely is coming in nice. The biggest problem I have with him, 78 composure. For me, it's a no-go for that one. As a foot champs player, in terms of objectives and good stuff like that, if you've not got a Serie A right back, potentially could be one, because you have got the ability to have this guy go to an 88. He should be relatively good. Stamina at 78, again questionable, but I think what this guy is needing is that upgrade. If this guy gets the upgrade, it makes him worth it. If he unfortunately stays and they don't get a clean sheet throughout the entire of the 5 games, then I think 190k for this card is probably not worth it. So I think you are heavily relying on results, and I think sometimes it can bite you. We've seen a few SBCs. We saw Fur get it in literally one match, which was just insane. Obviously, scoring 6 goals is very, very unheard of straight after. Like, the odds are probably stacked. But in terms of a clean sheet, again, I'm not too sure how Fiorentina are doing, but they definitely need to get one for this card to be worth it. So anyway, let's jump into some gameplay. He has had a plus, what is it, a +8 increase on his overall, from a 78 rare to an 86 what if. This is the final what if player that I'll be doing. I think everybody else has been completed now, bar from the Italian striker, who we have got now already the objective, but we will wait and see if he gets upgraded before we do the review on him. And then that should be absolutely every single what if card done, and then we maybe look at some of the upgrades when they do come through, as we get them kind of like upgraded on the Wednesday. So let's get into Malcuit and see what we can do. Let's get Malcuit on the ball, see what he can do. Obviously, passing wise, we're going to be expecting a little bit from him. I feel like my right back personally does tend to kind of get forward a little bit. Nothing too taxing. Like, I don't expect him to be a right wing back. That's a good little ball. He's going to try and go for Mane. It's completely offside. But the one thing that I try and not do, which I do tend to do, is this. We get the ball down a wing, and I ended up kind of running with my right back far too much. That is an awful pass from Cantona. But honestly, I feel like Malcuit definitely can do it. A lot of the right backs, and especially a lot of the full backs in general, tend to be able to kind of play that wing back position pretty well. That's a great tackle. So I'm hoping big things from him. Like I said, I think the biggest thing for me is the fact that he has not got the composure really. No, nothing above 80. And then obviously he does really, really need that upgrade to the 88. Otherwise, he is kind of just very standard. I feel like a lot of people have got right backs that probably can challenge this guy, like what we have Navas, just from Team of the Year Honourable, that was packed, and then obviously we got a future star Dest. Just literally 2 that are just random out of SBCs that still don't make the squad, that pretty much have the same sort of ratings. So for me, unless you're kind of running a Serie A squad, I don't see how Malcuit's going to be actually fully worth it for anybody's squad. Looking for that tackle. He's going to pass it around. Roberto Carlos is going to get it out. And that's what I mean. If you've got somebody of some sort of value, he's going to be much better. In terms of what we've got, there's going to be very, very few players that are actually going to do it. And more than likely, you probably already have the right back that is better as such. It's a nice little bit of dribbling. You'll love to see it. Get him involved. We can see Nedved coming on the corner there. Gets the ball in. And again, back out. Always the one problem I have with any sort of fullbacks and stuff like that is that whenever I'm doing a review on them, the player that I'm playing against never wants to attack down that side. So you never really get to see a huge kind of impact of what their defending actually is like. You kind of just see me hitting the post constantly and running forward with him. Here we go. We got the opportunity. Oh, he's absolutely left him for dead. Keeper movement and wow. Over to Malcuit again. What we got like through ball wise? Oh, if he can touch that. Oh, it's just a bit far away. Always do that. I always go for like the mega power. And to be fair, the players are genuinely ability wise can do it, but sometimes you just kind of got to go with the simple stuff. I feel like a nice short pass will definitely do it justice. Got Malcuit watching. Who's this? Fur. Seems not necessarily blocky, but he does seem a little bit like it's taken him a while to kind of turn. I don't know if that is kind of like natural from him. Don't know, to be fair, it could literally just be gameplay. Unfortunately, we don't have the answers to know at what point the gameplay is doing better. The one thing good about most right backs is the 1-2. It seems to be the most effective because you just literally wait and then you've just got to time it right. Unfortunately, we don't there. But you just literally go with that 1-2 and eventually the defender doesn't bother chasing him because they don't think that you're going with him. And literally you're through on goal straight off the bat, or at least through down the wing, which is always nice. Pace-wise, Malcuit's definitely looking nice. He has got 95 or 96, so with an anchor that is. We're going to find it in Nedved, going to come across, and that's a great block from Varane. Malcuit's going to be the final defender. He's got Messi to deal with. He's kind of had a bad ball across. Oh, and we've completely missed that, and it's a great save for Neuer. Honestly, that was just EA all over. Missed the tackle, unfortunately, but again, he still managed to slow it down. They didn't score, so there is obviously some sort of element that worked there. Got him going down the wing on the counter into half-time, though. It's a cracking challenge from Malcuit there. He's going to go for the next one as well. That's more like it. We see actually a bit of defensive ability from him. And we're going to see if we can get in Nedved. Oh, that's just a poor little pass there. Can we get... Oh, we nearly got the outside of the foot cross there. But two lovely challenges from Malcuit. We're going to watch him go for that ball there. You just knew it was happening. The big thing as well that I'm seeing in terms of fitness, we can just see on the bottom right there. I know necessarily you wouldn't be using him as much as I am, just because obviously you're trying to get clips for him. That is a little bit worrying that, say, if a guy is kind of really putting the pedal on the right back, then you are going to have to swap him out by the 90th, to be honest. We're only in the 60th, and he's already kind of, not necessarily flagging, but it definitely could get to that stage pretty quickly with a few more through balls down a wing. Keeps the ball, which is nice. Now we're going to look at passing it. Going to go with Nedved. Oh, that's poor. That's very poor. Can we get that tackle? It's a lovely challenge from him. Defensive ability in terms of standing is looking very nice. I feel like sliding, it all kind of depends. You could slide completely randomly and literally not get the ball every single time, regardless. Oh, that's a great ball. Regardless of 99 sliding tackle or anything. But obviously standing, it's kind of a bit more. Again, it is very much timing, if anything. But you have got the potential to actually really kind of up them antes if you've got like 90 plus. I don't even know why I tried to pass it through him, but you can see him getting already quite sluggish, and I think that's going to be a big issue if we don't get a big upgrade. And that's why I think 88 is a must, because that stamina then increases probably by +2, if anything, maybe 3, but I very, very much doubt it. And I think that's going to be just at least something. Malcuit's going to see at least one more through ball down the wing, and that's a crap pass. Cantona's been awful today. Malcuit's going to win it back. It's going to get absolutely nailed by Fur. That's got to be a red card in my opinion, but unfortunately not. So if we do go into the overall for him then, obviously he is coming in, what, 190, 209. As I said with the market, obviously if we look at the hourly, you can see 84 the whole day, and then suddenly we get to what, 6 p.m. Playdays comes out and we absolutely rock it. 20% is a huge deal. It means all of fodder is really low, and the best way to look at this, if you go onto Footbin and look at cheapest player, we go down to say what, like 87s, 86s, you're looking at 24k, 40k. These were through the roof. Like I think 89s were at like 80k, some of them extinct, which is crazy to see. So just to look at what objectives, what SBCs you've got to do, it is an 84 rated team, 1 French player and 70 chem, Serie A 85, 55. It's not a bad SBC in terms of packs, 20k, 25k, so 55k technically back. Obviously they're all players, which is always nice. I think that is the best thing about most of these packs, is they predominantly are just player based, no consumables. So it's a lucky one. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, and I think that the fact that you've got no informs as well is always quite nice. And chemistry style wise, it's a good card, it's a solid card, but there's too many little anomalies for me that make this card not worth doing. You've got good skill moves, weak foot, it's okay, but again, I'd like 4. The composure for me is a big one, stamina for me is a big one. Other than that, great pace, defensive ability is nice, 5'10", maybe expect a little bit more heading, but again, it's not a massive deal on a fullback as long as my centre backs can do the work basically. And a high attacking work rate, medium defensive, custom tactics will sort that out. Stay back whilst attacking, then you kind of have to manually put him forward. Short and long, decent enough. Crossing's nice as a right wing back if you wanted, but I think that stamina is kind of holding that back. So for me, I personally would say it's not worth it. If you're running a Serie A squad, I would highly recommend a different right back. If you've got Ronaldo, Dalot will be your man. I think Bruno Perez is a very good option. And Saudi is nice, but again, I probably wouldn't even recommend him. And this is just the Serie A. For me, I just don't think he's worth the 200k at the moment. With how many icon SBCs are coming out, I would much rather put all my fodder that goes into this into another one of them. So let me know down below if you did complete him. I know this is out a little bit late, so if you are still waiting for advice, let me know if you are going to do it or not. Apart from that, personally, I'm giving him an 8.4 out of 10. Let me know down below what you think. Like and subscribe. Peace.